Today I'm going to be going over my very first skateboard build. I've been skating every day for about 6 weeks, finally getting a chance to learn how. And so I'm upgrading to a different board. I've been skateboarding on this one that weighs a ton and has no concave valley horizontally across the board at all. It's put together pretty bad. There's some holes where the trucks, I guess, are the wrong size for the area where they go. Still some pretty good independent trucks on it, but I think the board came from Walmart or something. Somebody wrote some Bible verses on it. I don't even know where this thing came from, but it's the only one that was wide enough for my big foot, so I ordered one that's just slightly wider than this one. The skateboard is actually from Plug Skateboards. Plug is a company that makes a bunch of stuff for heavy metals, patches and stickers. Seems pretty cool. This one is, the artwork is from the Tropical Sun album by this death metal band from Italy I really like called Fulci. Check them out if you get the chance. Some pretty sick art. I thought about hanging it on the wall, but I think I'm gonna ride it instead. So the board is 8-inch, 7-ply, 100% Canadian hard maple. You can already tell it's a lot lighter than the crappy board I've been learning on. It's got the concaveness to it horizontally that's not on this board. The pack, I thought they were made either in the US or Australia, but the box it came in clearly states that it's made in China, so I think it's a Chinese-made board. Not too excited about that, but still already looking way better than the board I have, and it has the cool artwork on it. For the trucks, I got these standard bar 139 stage 11 from Independent. I don't think they're like top of the line that Independent makes, but they're not the bottom either. Pretty good. 55 millimeters tall. They're lightweight aluminum alloy, heated to the T6 condition. And yeah, there's a lot of really good reviews on them. I like that they're flat black all the way. I think that's going to look really cool with the death metal artwork on the back and all that kind of stuff. I was hoping these would be US made, as it's, independent skateboards, but the tag clearly states also made in China. I don't think we're going to get away from that. And for wheels, my friend Mike, for my birthday, got me some of these Spitfire big head wheels. And they seem to be pretty cool. 99 out of 100 on the hardness scale. 54 millimeter. The Spitfire logo flame head guy is purple. Again, I think that's going to look cool with all the rest of the hardware on the board. Pretty sure these are still made in San Francisco, so that's a cool thing. But yeah, excited to give those a try. I got just regular Dimebag black hardware made of good metal that should last a long time. And for the grip tape, I got this grip tape from Wudan, and it's cool. It's like a emery sandpaper, which is apparently a type of sandpaper made for skateboards, or at least that's what it says online, but it kind of tapers from black to red. So I was thinking have the red as like, this is the front of the board and the black is the back. So when I look down, I know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, so I'm going to put this thing together. I think the only thing that's that I basically didn't learn from this guy's video is I'm going to try to keep the Pull the Plug Skateboards logo here. I'm going to try to cut that out the best I can from my tape so it actually shows up through the grip tape. But other than that, just a pretty standard build. So I'm just taking this wheel off of a desk and hooking my thumb on it so like it rolls on the floor, and use that to kind of push the air bubbles out. And I cut a little notch right here so I know where the start of the Pull the Plug Skateboard logo is located. So now something else I learned from that one video that I watched is to take some kind of edge. I'm going to use a screwdriver in this case, and just crease the grip tape around the edge before you cut it. Alright, so now I'm going to take just a new razor with a utility knife like this and cut the excess off. And again, I learned from that video that I mentioned earlier that if you kind of taper the blade inward towards the top of the board, it can prevent there from being an overhang from your grip tape overhanging the edge, which could get caught and cause it to rip or something like that. So I'm kind of just tilting downward and towards the inner part of the board. Perfect. Not the best grip tape job ever, but guess it's okay for my first one. Then I'm going to sand the edge just to be sure that none of these little pieces get caught on a shoe or anything else and rip the grip tape up. Alright, so for the next part, we need to poke through the grip tape into the holes where the hardware screws go for the trucks. They're already pre-drilled into the board. I learned again from the reference video that the best thing to do is to not use the screws and poke them through there, because it'll cause the grip tape to rip on the end as it pops out. So I found something sharp. I have this, it's an old electric meter, but the end of it is like, you know, pointy and will fit in the screw holes. So that's what I'm going to use to poke through the grip tape. Alright, so there's the top of the pull the plug logo. Using that same utility knife, I'm just going to take my time and not push down a lot of pressure, but enough to get through the tape where I can bend it back as I make holes, and just try my best to cut out that pull the plug logo. Alright, I messed it up pretty good. I'm definitely not ready for the pro shop, but it looks pretty good, I'd say. Still cool looking. Maybe next time I'll go to a skate shop or something and ask how they do those really fine stencils, but truthfully it was really boring sitting there cutting all that, so I just did the best I could. Now what I'm going to do is take some super glue and go along the edge of the grip tape in the logo and along the edge of the grip tape on the board. I don't know if it's suggested to do that, but I trust this stuff pretty well, and since this is my first one, it's not perfect. I think any extra barrier between my shoes or the ground or whatever and the grip tape is going to be for the best to keep it from peeling off. and then I'll spray over the exposed board with just a clear adhesive so you can still see the logo. I know I've heard that people put this on their skate shoes on the edge where your ollie edge of your shoe goes, because it keeps it from ripping the laces and the fabric off the shoes. I want to assume the same logic here and just make a fine bead and keep it as low and under the tape edge as I can, and yeah, hopefully that'll make this thing last for a while. Alright, so one thing I learned when I went to put the trucks on is the holes, the pre-drilled holes, my Dimebag hardware screws would not fit in the hole. So I kind of had to go with a screwdriver and like force them in there a little bit. But I think that's gonna work in our favor here, because like I was saying earlier, you can see the grip tape. It's forcing those screws in there just to kind of widen the hole a little bit. Forces that excess grip tape down into the board, because you don't want it poking up out of the edge of the screw head. So now we're going to put in the trucks. So for the bearings, I got some of these Bones Reds. Everything online says these are pretty common bearings for skateboarding. Santa Barbara, California company, but made in China. Yeah. Fast, long lasting, easy to clean. Bam. There it is. Pretty sweet looking. Looks nice. Purple logo on the wheels. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll take it out for a spin.